Hi guys, we're going to do another blog, a bit of an old one, a bit of an old chestnut from the past, but there's many new people coming through into this process, so I thought I'd regurgitate this one. And quite surprising. It is surprising how many people still get this wrong. You don't want to be doing this online, folks. You do not want your name associating with this at all, because that's a lead that they have. They can make some joinder to you with that. So remember, you don't want to be giving them a name. So do this by telephone and insist and make sure that you go down as the occupier, not Mr. Occupier, as the occupier of that address. You're also wanting to remove their implied right of access to that address. Now, remember folks, any TV licensing agent that turns up your door, he has no right to come into your house. You don't have to speak to him, you don't have to engage with him whatsoever. In fact, I miss the guys, to be honest. There used to be a point where I used to have some fun with them at the door.
I'm Neil from TV Licensing.
Bye-bye.
It's just come up that there's no line.
You is irrelevant. They have no power over you. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go back, because I've received my letter again. You'll get one of these letters, guys. It tells you, you know, that they won't basically bother you for 2 years. Now, the BBC has changed its rules again. It's now involving catch-up. But this is all just words, guys. They're all just using words with you. Because the same applies, guys. If you're not watching BBC, you don't need a TV licence. Now, it's your prerogative whether you watch BBC or whether you don't watch BBC, or whether you tell them you're watching BBC or whether you don't tell them you're watching BBC. It's up to you. Now, personally, I won't pay them, because I won't pay any monies that is collecting on behalf of a service that, in my opinion, is complicit in covering up child abuse. So, we're going to go through to the BBC, and this is how I want you to do it, guys. Remember, occupier. Right, I've dialed this in, guys, so you all know, well, so we can do this much quicker. So, let's go for this.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling TV Licensing. Your call may be recorded to help audit and continuously improve our services. If you'd like to listen to a short summary of how TV Licensing will use your data, please press 0 now.
Guess not.
From the 1st of September, the law is changing. As well as covering you to watch or record live TV programs on any channel, a TV licence will be needed to download or watch BBC catch-up or on-demand programmes on iPlayer.
That's the
If you
BBC,
have a licence,
guys.
then you're
Nothing else.
good.
I suggest you go look at
Any
Cody
correct.
online.
For more information,
K
please go
O
to
D I. Brilliant service, guys.
tvl.co.uk/law change. To renew your existing licence, press 1. To buy a new licence, press 2. To change the address on your licence, press 3. If you are aged over 74 and would like to apply for the over 75 licence, press 4. Or for anything else, press 5.
We'll go for
Okay,
5.
please select from one of the following 5 options. To change the bank details for your direct debit, press 1. For over 75 inquiries, press 2. To confirm that you have a valid licence, press 3. If you don't think you need a licence, press 4. Or for anything else, please press 5.
We don't need a licence, do we?
You are going to be watching or recording programmes as they're being shown on TV. You will need to buy a TV licence. You don't need a licence if a property is empty and nobody is living at the address.
Oh, you're not watching
If the property is
BBC.
empty, press 1. If someone lives in the property, press 2. Thanks. One moment, please. I will transfer you to an advisor.
afternoon. It's Rachel. Asif, how can I help you today?
Sorry, what's your name again? Sorry.
My name is Asif, spelled A-S-I-F.
I see. I'm ringing up to you to tell you I don't need a TV license. You've sent me a reminder through the post.
All right, yeah. Yeah, let me update this right now for you. Is there a reference number on that letter, sir?
There is, but it's on the other letter, and I don't know where that other letter is.
If you can start off by giving me the first line of your address and then the post. Okay, so you have advised me that you do occupy the actual property, but you don't require the license. Is it because you don't have any TV receiving equipment to watch or record anything live?
No, it's because I don't need a license to occupy a property.
No, I'm talking about TV license, sorry.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
But what's that got to do with me address?
Do you have any TV receiving equipment to watch or record any live TV broadcast, sir?
Say again, sorry?
Do you have any TV?
I do, yes, I do, yes.
Okay, so is it live? You watch programs live?
No.
Right, okay. That means you don't watch live, you don't need a valid license then.
I don't need a valid license, no. I don't watch live TV. I certainly don't watch the BBC.
That's fine. What I've done is I will basically create a no license needed declaration at your property saying to it that you don't want anything live. What about your circumstances? Are they likely to change within this year or the next maybe?
My circumstances will not change. I'm a filmmaker and I spent my time investigating the BBC, especially around the Jimmy Savile, Rolf Harris and Stuart Hall child sex abuse scandal. Now, I found the BBC to be complicit in the cover-up of child abuse, so I will not watch any of their channels, and I'll certainly never ever pay to be complicit in child abuse. Now, having told you that, and all the records suggest that to be the case, let me ask you, do you have a valid licence?
Yes, I do.
So are you complicit in the BBC's cover-up of child abuse then?
That's entirely your opinion, sir.
It's not my opinion, my friend. You can soft soak yourself and pretend it isn't happening. Let me tell you, sunshine, 200,000 children go missing in the UK every year, and the BBC is complicit in covering that up. But let's move on to your tale. I'll leave that little thought with you, seeing as you're paying them £147 a year. But we'll move on to business, shall we? I don't need a TV. I don't need a TV license. I won't watch your channels.
Okay, what I've done, sir, I've also sent out a letter of confirmation for this call as well. Okay.
Yep.
A letter will just basically saying to you that you've called us, you have updated our records, and you won't receive no more visits.
That's for. I won't receive any more visits, and I won't receive any more calls from you for the next 2 years. Is that right?
For the next 2 years.
Yep. Okay. Let's go with that. Okay.
You take care.
What about who are you going to address that to?
Well, I've got it down as Mr. Occupier.
Well, my name isn't Mr. Occupier, but I am the occupier of the property.
No problem at all. I've deleted Mr. Keep the occupier. Unless you want to give me your name, sir.
No, I don't want to contract with you in the slightest, to be honest.
No problem at all.
But I do want you to have a think about what I've just said. What was your name? Sorry again.
It's Asif.
Asif, I do want you to have a think about what you said. I kid you not. I spent 4 years investigating this now, and there's something very, very wrong at the BBC. You have a great day, Akif, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. So there you go, guys. You do not want to be down or named. You don't want to be using the online form because it's wanting your details. You don't want to be giving them any details. You don't watch BBC. Guys, they can change the wording as much as they want, but it's still, the content remains the same. We have this process over at the DET programme where the DCAs continually change the wording because then it will affect, they think it's going to affect your psychology, and in a lot of cases it does. But the content remains the same, guys. It still comes down to the same thing. Now, you don't need a licence if you are not watching the BBC. As I've told you, I'm going to also give you an option now, guys. Go to YouTube, type in Kodi, K-A-K-O-D-I. That will give you a media server. It will provide you with any film you want to watch, any TV show you want to watch, and you've got the choice then, guys. It's a very easy, it takes 2 HTTP addresses to program into it, and there's loads of guys out there showing you how to program it live. It took me 10 minutes to put it up. I can watch any film I want, any film that's at the cinema, any box set I want, any genre I want, sci-fi, drama, anything you want. You can put HD it up to your TV. You don't need the BBC. You don't need the BBC at all. Choose what you want to, you know, going to pay the BBC a penny. That's it. I stand in my protest against the BBC. I hope you understand with me, guys. Take care and have a great day. See you later.